So this is part two. So he thought I would let him, you know, isolate me because that's what narcissists do. They like to try to isolate you from your family so all you have is them so they can continuously mistreat you, abuse you. And he was verbally abusive. And then he started to be physically abusive. And I wasn't having that. I blew up so bad that my neighbors called the cops. And at this time, I lived in a multi-family house. I lived on the second floor. I was cool with all my neighbors. They knew what the hell was going on. So they called the police. I told them to call the police. I said, you hear me fighting or arguing with anybody? Most likely it's my ex that's not supposed to be around in the first place. Or, you know, that my ex that I don't want to have nothing to do with. Call the cops. Call the police. Go ahead. Because I told him, I said, I don't need to call the cops on you. I just want you to leave my house. I don't have nothing to do with you. I said, you can't say that you're a father. Just because you're biologically a father, that doesn't make you one. Because a parent is there physically. A parent is there for their child financially. A parent is there emotionally. You don't backhand smack a toddler in the face and make their nose bleed and you think that is okay. Because your ass cannot get your shit together and go to see a fucking therapist because you've been in and out of jail since you was 15 years old. That doesn't have nothing to do with me. That happened before I met you, right? I said, so you got to handle that. And then he doesn't want to go to therapy. I said, because you hate yourself that much that you don't want to find out. That you don't want to have to look at the fact that you are just a narcissistic person. That you're a narcissistic person. You're not a 44-year-old man. You're a 44-year-old boy that didn't listen to his mother when his mother said to get a job. You'd rather be out in the streets selling drugs and running females than to go and get a regular 9 to 5 and do the right thing. Because, of course, the allure of fast money and girls and drugs was so much more better and so much more easier. And now your life is ruined forever because now you have charges against you. And not only that, right? Not only that, but there's even more to the story. And that's why I say this is probably one of the most messed up stories y'all are going to hear this year alone. So, I found out while he was staying at my house that he was married, legally married to somebody else. And this person claims that they had a child with him. And then I saw a picture of the child, and I'm like, this child doesn't even look like you. And I'm like, our child is a split of our features. You know this one's yours. That one, The DNA test comes back for the other child. It proves that that child is not biologically his. Legally, the law will be like, okay, this child is yours by marriage. So, yeah.
Thanks, Fire. I need another favor from you, my friends. I'm here with Senator Swan and his sons. They're torturing you.
But yeah, so I found out he was married. And not only did I find that out, I also found out that he is a registered sex offender. And no, I did not know that when I met him. I knew that he had a criminal history of selling drugs. I knew that. And I was like, okay. I said, you got caught, you did your time? Okay, whatever. So just imagine, at fucking 18 years old, I had a kid with a married, registered sex offender. That happens to also be black too. And you know what the most messed up part is? I can't even leave my own daughter around my son's father because I'm worried that he might try to hurt her too. When I say I don't have peace, I don't have peace. This man has been cyber stalking me for the past 9.5, 10 years. So, like I said, one of the most messed up stories. And it is to be continued because I have a daughter too.